Today I'm going to show you some more really cool kitchen gadgets. We'll test them out and see if they're useful to help you with your cooking. Let's start with this thing. It's a peculiar looking device, and if we squeeze the two handles, it springs open at the top. But it's a two-stage device. You can see as I start to squeeze the handles, it pushes forward this plunger first, about an inch. Then as I squeeze the handles more, it opens the drawer at the top. So this device is actually designed for cracking open raw eggs. Let's give it a go. Wow, yeah, that worked really well. The plunger pushes the egg forward onto a couple of points, which break into the shell and pull it apart. If we look down into the bowl, you can see there's absolutely no eggshell, so I tried it again with a few more eggs. And without fail, every time it worked really well. It's a really cool product, and it's great fun to use. Next I'm going to try out this dog dicer. I opened it up, and you can see it's kind of like an egg slicer for hot dog sausages. It's got these serrated blades, which supposedly cut the sausage into little pieces. I have read on reviews people reporting that these hinges are a weak point, so I'll be taking it careful. As with any new kitchen gadget, you should give it a good wash before you use it. Then it's ready to try. I placed it onto the work surface and lay in a hot dog sausage. You do need to push with a bit of pressure, and I'm taking it easy. But yeah, it seems to have cut all the way through. It's definitely cut it into little pieces. I put mine onto a chopping board so we can have a look at what we got. It's cut nice even slices, but you can see they're not really straight down the middle. But it is a pretty cool gadget. I'm going to try it out again. If we hold it like this, you can see that the centre blade comes down at an angle, which is why it doesn't cut straight down the middle. So I carefully pushed it through the sausage, and we've got exactly the same again. But I'd definitely say it works. And you can use these pieces for cooking, or maybe as a pizza topping. I did notice on the packaging it says you can use the cutter with grapes, and also bananas, so I thought I'd try that out too. The banana was a little bit too big to fit in. I had to sort of bend it straight and snap off the end. Then I gave it a go. And yeah, it seemed to work alright. Perfect to add to your breakfast cereal, or a fruit salad. And with grapes, yeah, that worked okay too. For the next one, I'm going to try out this thing. It's like a large pair of tongs with combs at the end. And the idea is, we hold something like a lemon in it, like this. Then use a knife to cut down in between the prongs. And it should give us lovely even slices. Looking at the bottom, it appears to have cut all the way through, so let's see what we've got. Well, yeah, that's actually worked really well. We've got these perfectly even slices of lemon. Pretty cool, huh? It's a really good tool, and I'm going to try it out with a tomato. It keeps your fingers nicely away from the blade, and it does work well. The only thing I didn't like is, as you cut through your produce, you could blunten your blade if you cut metal on metal. But these channels do go down below the produce line, so there is clearance. And it does give a lovely even cut. I have seen cheaper ones for sale, which I believe are a lot flimsier. So if you want one, it might be worth going for a high quality one like this. There's a link in the description where you can buy one. And if you need a cool knife sharpener, there's more information about this one in one of my previous videos. If you're new to the channel, you can make sure you don't miss future content by subscribing and ringing the notification bell. And I've also now enabled channel memberships, which will give you access to my exclusive emojis and badges, a discount on merch, and more. There's a link in the description, or you can click on the join button for more info. Next we're going to have a look at this gadget. It's got 10 little serrated blades. And as you can probably tell from the handle, it's also designed for slicing tomatoes. It's slightly awkward to use because you have to hold the tomato underneath, whilst you use the tool on top, a bit like a saw. It seems to be working though. Then you need to swap your hand over to hold it from the top and carry on with cutting. When you're all the way through, this is what we've got. And to be fair, it's a little cumbersome to use, but it's worked really well. I'm going to give it another go. And with a bit of practice, it is easy enough to use. I'm pretty impressed, so I decided to try it out on a small apple. It was harder going, but it worked out all right. I tried it with a hard-boiled egg, and it did work okay, but it made a bit of a mess when I opened it. An egg slicer works better. And then I tried it on this lemon. This was hard going. It did start off okay, but then the end of the lemon started rubbing on the framework, so I had to abandon that one. For the next one, I'm taking a piece of corn on the cob, and I'm trying out this gadget. This is supposed to cut the corn kernels clean off, so let's give it a try. I lined up the corn with the blade, then pushed it through with a bit of rotation, and it's working perfectly. The kernels started dropping off, and when you can't push anymore, turn it around and pull it from the other side. And there we go, it's through. I've got to be honest, I was really impressed with that. It's done a fantastic job of cutting it all off. And we've got these lovely pieces of sweet corn. I gave it a go with another piece. It does take a bit of force to use, but I had exactly the same results. I really was impressed. For the final gadget, I'm taking a look at this thing. It's designed to help remove limescale from the nozzle of your tap. And what you do is pour a descaling agent into the bulb, like this. I'm just using vinegar. Then hook it over your tap and pull the bulb over the nozzle, like this. Leave it on to soak for an hour or so. Then carefully remove it. Run the tap and give it a clean off. And if you do suffer from limescale build-up, this should help keep it at bay. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you want to see more, you can click on the links or take a look at my YouTube channel page. Stay safe, have fun, and as always, thanks for watching.